Today I'm joined by Breogan, Hackett, Roman, Papush, and Dakota Vaughan. The art kit we'll be using is the art assets from the 1995 DOS game Abuse, which was released into the public domain in 1997. To recap the rules, we have 48 hours spread out however we like to make our game. We can use any public domain sound effects and music or make our own, and we must use the art kit for our game's visuals, though we're free to be creative in how we use it. Let's begin.
So, for my game, I decided to create a roguelike platforming shooter, with random level generation and punishing but fair combat. First I got to grips with the art pack, setting the tile set up into the Unity tile map system and fixing issues caused by the process of extracting the files from the original DOS game the art pack came from. Then I got down to work, coding platformer movement, a system to match these player aiming sprites to their angles, and then hooking up all of the player art. Next I worked on the gun system, making it easy to create new guns so I could take advantage of all of the sets of aiming sprites. After that, I started work on the first enemy, the crawler. I reused the player movement code with the input controlled by a finite state machine. The crawler moves towards the player that has line of sight, then pantses once it's within a certain range. With the crawler working, I needed to build the combat. I decided to give the player a dash move with iframes to dodge the crawler's pants attack. Next, I built the UI out of some miscellaneous sprites from the art pack, and then made bullets damage enemies and crawlers damage the player when pantsing. Core gameplay now in place, I worked on a tutorial to prepare for building the rest of the game, and implement mechanics I was missing, such as the loot system and doors. The player is first taught to dash through this laser, then to shoot these crates, and finally challenged to face off against their first crawler. Now I just had to make the rest of the game. I started out making a game manager system to handle death, level loading, and the random seed for procedural level generation. Speaking of which, that's what I worked on next. The game is composed of 3 difficulty zones, each with 3 procedurally generated floors to clear, and a final boss floor. The floors have up to 3 handcrafted rooms, 1 central, and 2 possible ones to the side. With level generation now written, I built all of the rooms, ending up with a total of 20, including a starting room and 3 boss rooms. Next, I wanted to add a turret enemy. To do this, I needed to make some changes to shooting, so it could be repurposed for the turret. This led to me implementing the final gun types before moving on to making the turret. I didn't have too much time for making the bosses, so I built them as worms made out of turrets. Each consecutive one had a palette swap, a different style of bullet, and increased stats. The final mechanic I implemented was gun pickups, which often spawn in the side rooms of floors, providing a reward to break up the loop of combat. These offer you the choice between an upgrade for your current gun, or a new gun with base stats. Finally, I made a menu, added some tougher enemies in the later zones, and made a quick win screen. When you die, you just get kicked back to the main menu. So that's how AdLac 2048 got made. It has no audio, a good few bugs, and could do it a lot more polish. But I'm proud of it, and planning to work on more polished versions soon.
AdLac 2048 tutorial? Probably do that first, huh?
Welcome to the testing lab, soldier. How are you liking that new alien DNA flowing through your veins? Took our beloved president hostage 3 days ago.
Okay, awesome. Let's go. Nothing here, no secrets, no nothing. Okay, so I should dash their attacks when they're orange, right?
Can I dodge the turret, or do I have to just like run past it? Can I destroy it? Yeah, I can. Okay, that's good. I'm definitely looking forward to having a better weapon.
What is that? Hold on. Is that a new gun, maybe? Goodness, okay. Laser. Heck yeah, I want a laser. Oh, this is awesome. Die.
Their AI is a bit awkward, but it is difficult to do platformer AI. I wish you could dash in more than one direction, though. It seems like you can only go horizontally, you can't go vertically or anything. I sure hope there's a save system. What are these things? They're not health.
Yeah, I should just like pick one weapon and upgrade that if there are multiple upgrade tiers. Oh, hello there, boss. Oh, it splits up in 2, which is even more awesome. He's quite easy, especially when he drops so many health packs.
Or not. I don't know if that was the final boss or if that was just a mini boss. Rocket launcher. Heck yeah, I want the rocket launcher. Let me down.
Okay, wow, those are slow. Oh, does it? Oh, okay, this was the right choice.
Oh, there's like a golden turret. I'm not even gonna try to mess with that thing.
Laser, definitely not getting the laser. Upgrade piercing bullets with the rocket launcher. I don't think that's right. Does the rocket go through enemies or something? Yeah, it does. That's funny. I guess they don't have splash. Sometimes it seems like the rockets end, like you can't control them after a certain amount of time. Fire rate faster, sure.
Yeah, laser is the best weapon so far out of all which I tried. So let's upgrade it one more time. Yeah, I can only imagine how cool this game will play with soundtrack and sound effects and everything.
More health. What's this? SMG? No. Oh, I can upgrade this? I didn't even realize that the first time. Gee, I like this. It keeps me to not... Well, do I have to start from the beginning? Yeah, I don't know if I can do all that again.
It's like they just run away now when they see me. Oh, a new boss fight. And this one shoots rockets too. No problem. No match for my speedy missile barrage. I even fight this. Like, look at that. I can just have like a swarm of missiles.
Oh, I won. Yes, finally on my first try. Awesome. Yeah, this was pretty challenging game. Definitely the most challenging of them all. So, upon seeing the art kit, I immediately knew that I would be creating a spaceship interior. First, I tested how the maps looked on a simple geometry, and being satisfied with the result, I moved on to creating a corridor kit bash in Blender. After dealing with the UVs, I imported everything back into Unity and did a test run in a simple corridor. Being a huge fan of lo-fi aesthetics, I immediately knew what was missing from this scene, and so the final look was born. Next, I created a huge roster of rooms of all sizes, so that I could easily swap them out and find the perfect fit for my needs. At this point, I already knew that I was making a non-violent, super short, linear puzzle narrative game. I continued making assets and blocking out the spaceship layout, while also bringing in a bunch of helper systems from my other projects, like sound managers, event sequencers, twinners and such. To introduce more life to the game, I needed to create a few simple low-poly character models using an awesome Human Blender add-on, after which I could finally move on to making it all work together, but not before creating a custom universal shader for all my texturing needs, cause I really wanted to extract as much character from the art kit as possible. As for the gameplay itself, I kept it to a bare minimum, consisting basically of just a single interaction input, and no UI whatsoever, for that juicy immersion. To make traversal of the spaceship more interesting, I introduced an inner dialogue, which also doubled as both a guiding compass for the player and a kinda comedy relief to an eerie atmosphere. Because of the hard deadline of 48 hours, I did end up cutting a whole segment of the ship and subsequently the story. Plus I never even touched particles and other smaller details. But thankfully this time for this gem, I reserved a few hours solely for an audio work, which in my humble opinion really paid off and made a significant difference on the final product.
Whoa. What? Right, hypersleep. Okay, I can feel my legs now.
Hypersleep malfunction error? Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Probably because that does not mean a good thing.
Seems like I was the only one released. Let me check on the others. So, that's a strong intro. The first thing that struck me, I didn't get it recorded, but was just how cool it is that this is a 3D low-res game. If you don't know me, I run a community called The Haunted PS1, which is entirely dedicated to low-res horror games with like a PlayStation 1 aesthetic. Roman, who made this game, has played right into exactly my aesthetic.
Okay, click it. Locked. This one too. I can't seem to open any of them. Sorry guys, you'll just have to wait for me to investigate what happened. The level of detail in this is ridiculous.
See, which way can we go? See, cantina, crew quarters, control bridge. This one probably have something.
Navigation system error. Oh, this is not good. And why is it so hot in here? I need to restart the whole system. These textures work so well for this. I love that Roman's added like, oh, I can push the chair around. I love that Roman's added like PB or, well, at least like smoothness or roughness and bump mapping to them, or normal map.
God, this lighting is so moody and nice. Reset. Turn. 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 Strange design, but that should do it. Restarting. Oh my god, we are heading straight into the sun. So there's a malfunction in the hypersleep chamber room. Even the sun must have fried the electronics in that section of the ship.
Darn. Navigation system is completely busted. Well, that sucks. Let me try manual override. Okay. Take control. Oh yes, of course. Thank you, Ms. Always locking the system. The key should be in one of the lockers inside the hypersleep bay.
Wow, man, the power of just like textures on super simple shapes. And lighting. Nice lighting. Are we the other... Is it like all the devs are the ones in hypersleep? Right, there we go. No way I'm opening this with my bare hands. There's like a zero gravity mode or something. If you press Q, you like go flying through the air.
So many closed doors. Whoa, that's blinding. Okay, phew, I can't attack with the wrench. That means that there's not going to be combat just yet, if there is combat.
Oh, Jesus! Solar flare sunburst? What just happened? What did just happen? Here? Oh, they're all dead. Or maybe not dead. Okay, not dead. Oh, I picked one up. Okay. He's breathing.
So I have to bring them all one at a time. Something bad's gonna happen. One of them's gonna be like missing or something. Oh, place. One down, two to go. Never flying this piece of trash again.
I was gonna make a joke about waking up after a party, but meh.
In here. Oh, you're looking kind of thick.
Boy is thick, man. You got. Hey, stop judging me.
This game is just a call out post. Let's get the hell out of here. To be continued. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that sound design was really good as well.
When I first saw the art set, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do because I don't work with this art style at all. I made a commitment though, so I was going to see it through till the end. My initial idea when I saw the art set was to be a space age shoot 'em up type thing. When I saw this alien creature, I knew I had to include it, and I decided that this would be the player. The first thing that I did was stitch together a bunch of these tiles and also used the background that was in the sprite set to make the background and foreground of this game. Next we needed some actual gameplay though, so I put in the movement of this player and I made it kind of smooth so you kind of ease in and out of your movement. The next thing I did was add bullets and made enemies that would run across the ceiling and ground. I then added some enemies that would fly and shoot at the player. I got caught up in developing and didn't really record much, but I added a spawning system, a boss, some hit flashes, some corpses, a score, and health. I added a menu, a win, and a die screen as well. After that, I added in some royalty-free music and made some sound effects with BFXR.
Now we're playing Abusive Ranger by Dakota Vaughan. Looks like this is a shooter, what's that, side-scrolling shooter?
It's WS to move, so there's no forward and backwards movement, only vertical. Oh, and I can shoot their projectiles, which is awesome, and thank you for including the continuous firing mode.
So I have 1 health. Can you recover health? And does hitting enemies cause you... Oh, I died. Press space to retry. Oh, and kind of confusing that you go behind the rocks so the aliens go in front. Okay, so score goes up. Is there a specific goal or do you just...
So the thing I'd say is there's not much incentive other than score to actually attack. Like I could just play it avoiding. Maybe I'll only attack these. There's not like a hard to dodge bullet pattern or anything. Definitely be cool to see some more variants. I like the aliens crawling along the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, there are no bounds at all, and I can go infinitely up and infinitely down. But I don't believe that nets me anything positive. So yeah, let's just keep on firing and yep. Okay, big guy. Yep, yeah, I guess this is where I'll die. I kinda want to move left and right, so that like I can control the distance of my projectiles. But no, this is great, this is really smooth. Oh, and hey, I got 1 million, or like 1 billion or something. You win, awesome. If there's a second stage, press space to start.
Why are there so many more enemies? Why? Are you supposed to lose? And it keeps spawning enemies. Oh, and I died as soon as I moved. Okay, so it looks like you're not supposed to win, I guess.
Woo! I won! That was fun. Pretty simple, not many fresh ideas, but like, it was pretty good, pretty well done. And games don't always have to be unique and innovative. They can just be good at what they're doing.
I had a weird idea to make a top-down shooter where you control 2 characters at once. I put together a movement system where you use WASD to move, mouse to aim, and the characters will move to stay perpendicular to the direction to the mouse. Left and right mouse buttons to shoot, and scroll wheel to move closer and farther apart. They move faster when farther apart to encourage the player to keep them separated, otherwise it would just feel like a regular top-down shooter. This was the most intuitive input system I was able to come up with for this. I implemented a few different basic weapons like a pistol with unlimited ammo, a machine gun, a shotgun, and a rocket launcher. To help make the characters stand out, I gave them different color laser sights, and one of them is dotted. Then I got one of the tile sets working with Godot's auto tiler and started working on levels. I implemented weapon ammo and health pickups with some basic UI, then added in enemy aliens. They swarm using flocking algorithms and will pursue the nearest player character. Then I implemented giant robot enemies that have 2 states, one where they wander in random directions and the other where they shoot grenades at random targets. They alternate between these when fighting you. I also made so the aliens and robots will fight each other, so it makes the battles more interesting. Next, I implemented doors with pads you stand on to open them, enemy spawners where aliens will pour out of a hole in the ground, and level transitions and saving player data between them. Then I created a tutorial and a few levels. Finally, I put together a boss enemy that aims at you and charges. I think it turned out really well with the sparks flying when it hits the wall. Then I just added some intro and outro lore text and music and sound effects and was done.
So, bye Sapien. Okay, we have some lore. Always a great plus.
1 mind, 2 bodies. One of the greatest mercenaries in the system. The mission? A mining operation on a remote planet uncovered something. The station has been overrun. Corporate executives have hired you to purge the facility.
Okay, this camera, it makes sense, like, but it's a little motion sickness inducing, I can only imagine. Is there a run? You move faster. Farther apart moves faster.
This is definitely something different.
Left and right mouse buttons to shoot. Hello, you're dead.
This movement system is really cool, if a bit confusing.
Now I got double guns.
Hold space to lock rotation. Oh, can we go like that?
Oh good, there's ammo in there though. Well, all that ammo is gonna be gone then.
Oh, there's a large guy down there, it seems like. Security system online, engaging intruders. No, you shouldn't do that.
This... Oh, okay, oh wow, yeah. So you're making us go apart.
Okay, this room is hell. I need to switch to my pistol. Oh no. Okay, 1 person gets shotgun.
Dude, I love the variety of weapons. Dude, this is like Doom but in 2D. I mean, like the newest one with the waves of enemies.
Okay, spread out, spread out. This is a big room, we can spread out more. Alright, move faster and spread out. There we go. Okay, here we go.
My god, that music, I just want to finish this level so I won't have to listen to that music.
Oh goodness. Try to dodge on this bottom one and try to kill on this top one, I guess, and then alternate.
Can I just go out like this? Okay, and... Okay, is this how already supposed to play, or did I just break the game?
Ooh, we get the rocket launcher. I wonder, can I just run through this again? Okay, I definitely can. I'm sorry I'm being no fun and not engaging with your game, Mrs.
This is definitely a boss.
Oh, there's a boss.
What is happening? I don't know. But I like it. So I died, but he had only like 20% left. Okay, it's doable. It's doable, but it's insane.
Yes, he's dead. Alright, now get together and go. Go. Yes, there we go. Oh my goodness. That was hard. That was good though.
Thanks to Breogan, Hackett, Roman, Papush, and Dakota Vaughan for joining me. Be sure to check out their channels, which are linked in the description, and if you want to play any of the games in this video, those are linked there as well. This video is sponsored by me. If you'd like to support me, I just released a game development course on Udemy on how to make a retro-style 3D FPS with the Godot game engine, link in the description. Thanks for watching.
I was tempted